He did. He even has the eye.
Yeah, that I think that the Canadians had a big fetish for the cable, the mid '90s edge and everything, pockets, guns. I'm a wounded,
Yes.
jaded hero, etc. Anti-hero, whatever.
Yes. Um. But yeah, it was interesting.
Hmm? He was what?
No, the episode about fallen heroes and in comparison to Reboot is interesting.
Oh, okay. I mean, the only interesting thing about Reboot I liked was Hexadecimal. She was crazy and awesome.
Yeah,
She was an incarnation of chaos, being the sister of Megabyte or something.
cool.
Kind of creepy with the face mask and everything, the digital versions and everything. They're kind of creepy, but her story is cool, especially when the seasons got darker and everything.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool. But that's tropes for Reboot, and we were somehow talking about Kingdom Hearts again.
We were talking about how
Oh, how you guys were
decoded.
playing. You couldn't really play all the games because you guys didn't see each other like for a long period of time or something.
No, we played all the games. It just took a long time.
You know, when I first played Kingdom Hearts, when I got a PS2, like around Christmas of 2002, it took me 7 days of my winter vacation to beat it.
Took
And
me so much longer to read it, and I had a strategy guide.
I beat it in 7 days because I guess I was just so on board with it, and I loved it. And I was just so like saying, "Yeah, so it's awesome!" And I get to beat all the
Wait, wait,
Disney
wait.
characters. Hmm?
How old were you when you played?
I didn't get a PS2 to at least like I didn't get a PS2 for at least my junior year, I think, senior year of high school.
Okay,
When did Kingdom Hearts come out originally?
I don't know. I want to say I was very young, if not like single digits, like preteen age. And I'm asking primarily because did you not have the same struggles that I had in that game?
What do you mean? What struggles exactly?
The second Riku boss fight in Hollow Bastion.
It depends if it was on hard mode. I think I was able to get through it the first time, but I very well could be not thinking correctly about it. And apparently, Kingdom Hearts came out originally in 2002.
Okay, that boss fight took me weeks. He was so hard.
It took you
Let's
weeks
see.
to beat him?
Yes, don't you judge me.
I'm not judging, but dude, I mean, I checked out my own guide that I had, I think, eventually, like when I was playing it again. And it said that you have to switch. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could switch to the Hercules Keyblade,
Mhm.
and then you just have to make sure you have a lot of elixirs and make sure you have a technique like arc on them.
I never learned how to use the techniques when I was younger. I only did that when I was older.
Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, and then you're just supposed to guard when he says so, and then just dodge. It comes down to skill and just knowing your limits and everything. I mean, I beat him, of course, but I think a
It
part of
comes
me.
down to Dark Aura being bullshit.
Oh, that flashy, he's just striking you and everything. You can't
Yes,
dodge,
that
and
fucking move that he does for like a half a minute.
yeah, he is spam to the nth degree, but that just shows how powerful he is being possessed by the darkness.
Yes. Wait, 2002. So that's I was 8.
You know what? I think I might have gotten it in 2000. No. I know. The PS2 came out in 1999. I didn't get a PS2 for at least like 2 or 3 years after that because I had a PlayStation. And then eventually I got a PS2 with Kingdom Hearts. I think that's how it went. So
I have a vague memory of getting a PS2 because I saw a commercial for Kingdom Hearts, and I'm like, I really want that.
yeah,
Also, I'm
the commercial
amazed
that
that
you
I saw
saw
a commercial.
randomly and had like Simple and Clean, right?
Yeah, and I'm amazed that I saw a Kingdom Hearts commercial on American television
I
in
know, that was so
2002.
awesome to see.
Hmm.
I so remember that commercial and everything in a world. Like, oh my god, all these interesting characters, it's so awesome.
Also, I liked it because I was really interested in Final Fantasy for some reason. Probably because my friend Kyle had played it and he talked about it, and I'm like, that sounds really cool.
Which one?
And probably 7.
Of course.
And I was also upset because I wasn't allowed to play 7 because my friend Kyle is an idiot. I mean, nothing.
How, wait, did he prevent you from playing it?
Yeah, I think we were really young because this was still when GameStop was selling PS1 games in their fucking stores. And we found a copy of Final Fantasy VII. I'm just kind of like, oh man, everyone loves this game. I wonder if I should buy it. I think my mom, for whatever reason, because usually my parents never gave a shit. I don't mean that in like they abandoned me. I mean like they usually didn't care about a rating system or like stuff for
Yeah.
things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, mom was like, "Oh, I wonder if this is okay for you." And for some reason, Kyle was like, "Well, there is that one whole sequence in Don Corneo's mansion," and then my mom was like, "Nope, no."
Ah, fucking Kyle.
Right, and like that's barely even a fucking part of the game, and like if I at my age, it would have gone totally over my fucking head.
Oh my god, Kyle, you fucking bastard. Was he trying to be funny, dumbass?
I don't think he was. We were really young at the time. I think he was answering honestly. But it was a thing for a while because, like, I remember there was like a fun vacation I had with my cousin Ryan where he brought Final Fantasy VII. He's like, "You can't play it, but loopholes that you can watch me play it." And I'm like, "I am totally fucking down for this," and I was.
I mean, there's really nothing to say about seeing someone play it. I mean, it's just dialogue and fighting, blocking monsters and technique and
Yep.
trying to survive. And I can tell you the sequence of where you need to go from just 1 to just 2 at best.
Um. But yeah, so I was also like, "Oh, there's Final Fantasy characters in this. That means that I can play it
You
and
can.
finally see what the hell the Final Fantasy characters are about." And I'm like, I feel like I was vaguely aware that they were very different from their original games, especially because probably Kyle kept telling me. It's like,
Yes,
this
of
is so
course.
weird. And I'm like, why? He's like, that guy's name's not Leon. I'm like, what? He's like, his name is Squall.
Technically, it's mentioned in the journal of Jimmy's journal.
Yeah. It says that he changed his name after his home fell to the Heartless. So he's like, I don't get to be called Squall anymore, which is weird, but okay.
Well, I actually prefer Leon to Squall, but then again,
Yeah, it's a better name.
he's still emo though. Dark Wolf, Lone Wolf, and everything.
I do also like how I was like MomoCon one year and I just like walked by some people and I'm like, oh, hey, cool, it's Sid and Leon. I mean, I'm sorry, Squall. And they were like, no, I'm Leon. Thank you for getting that
Ah!
right.
At least they kept the character. That's awesome.
No, I think that she was dressed up as Leon from specifically Kingdom Hearts. And it's like, so people were like, Squall. And she's like, ugh.
Because she could have just been doing it for character because that's what he usually does.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Especially like I remember, and I don't know why I remember this little scene that when he mentions about the 101 Dalmatians and the Pongo and Perdita and then losing the puppies and Sora says, "Wow, how do you know about that?" And he's just quiet. And then Eris or someone just says, comes out of the ether and just says, "Oh, he's just worried about the puppies," and he's just fucking quiet. Leon, Leon? What's wrong? And he's just quiet. Like, just go away. Just,
I don't remember this, but it sounds like the best thing.
or it could have been something else. No, it could have been that scene or the scene where you go into the waterway and you see him training and I'm not sure how the fuck he got in there in the first place. He probably went through Merlin's magic door or something, and you just see him like playing this, training with his Keyblade, and he just says, "Huh, you got a summoning gem. What's that?" And he says some kind of vague answer, and then Star says, "What?" And he just says something not bound about it, whatever. And Leon just saying, he just he just puts his fingers to his nose, to his upper nose, and says, "Let's get it. God damn it, I just can't do this shit." Leon, just go. Just go to Merlin. I don't care no more. Just leave me alone. They really emphasize the fact that Leon is very, very, very emotionally distant. Oh, he just can't deal with any of Soul's bullshit. Being a hyperactive 14-year-old kid.
That does vaguely remind me of a fucking comic that I read that was like some weird parody of the Valiant comics.
Mm-hmm.
So it was all the Valiant characters in like a high school.
Mm-hmm.
And there were two characters. One of them was that one Faith person who's gotten really popular, and then it was the other character who I think controlled machines.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they were like fighting, but then they were like making up in the bathroom, and they were like, "I'm so sorry," and they're like crying and hugging and stuff because they made up. And then a toilet flushes, and out of one of the stalls comes this character who, instead of being made into a kid in this one, is a teacher, and she like talks to the dead or something. And she like comes out of the stall and is kind of like, "Girls, I love you, but there is literally no amount of money you could ever pay me to be a teen."
Okay.
I don't know. That reminds me of what you were saying about Leon.
I mean, Leon really goes through it in that game, even though there was more of an emphasis on the Disney characters than the SquareSoft characters at the time, before they became known as Square Enix. So,
Oh right, they did change their name.
exactly. So whenever the kiddies say something about Square Enix, I'm thinking, you mean SquareSoft, but no one really pays attention anymore. It's defunct.
I just call it Square Inc. because I'm an asshole.
Oh, I say Square Enix. I don't know what. I guess I can call it Square Enix.
I mean, I feel like I sound like I'm saying incorporated.
Oh, really?
Like the way I'm pronouncing.
Ah. But yeah, playing Kingdom Hearts was very fun for me. Playing it for like 7 days and finishing on a Sunday, and that was awesome. I actually would have preferred staying home to play it more on Christmas Day than go to my family's house. But
Yes, it was a great game.
it was.
Especially on your first time playing it and you're like seeing all the story pan out. Like,
Yeah.
I can go to family or I could see what the hell is going to happen with Riku and Kairi and Sora.
I'm really 17-year-old Jeffrey could have been like really not really caring much for Kyrie at the time. I don't know. I wanted to save her. She looked kind of.
Wait. Yeah, that's what I'm like. I just like, were you concerned about her well-being? She was like a zombie.
I was concerned by the fact that she was just almost in a vague like state. I was concerned, like Kyrie, but
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, it's like,
I
why
don't
is
think.
Riku going to the dark?
Hmm?
I was like, why is Riku going to the darkness? Why is Kairi like a weird fucking puppet now?
Riku was just shady. I didn't really care much for Riku. He seemed like an asshole when I first played him. When I first tried to fight him 3 times, he kicked my ass. And I just wanted Sora to get like that win against him, but he's such a dick and everything about it. Even if you win,
Yes.
like fuck you.
Yep.
And then
Yes.
Tidus, in his 10-year-old form, says something like, "Yeah, Riku kicked the crap out of us when we won in 3-1." And then I want to be a big boy, even though I'm like a teenager playing as this 14-year-old kid, so it's ironic. And white, and maybe Japanese, I don't know. They don't really say what you are, but whatever. I was able to beat him just barely at times. I could beat fucking Selfie. She's fucking annoying. And Waka, I don't mind hitting the fucking ball back at him. It's always fun.
Yep.
Tidus, though,
Mm-hmm.
He's fucking annoying. He's helping your grill and shit. Like, god damn it, dude, close it down.
Yep.
And I just, oh god, and when they beat you, they got that fucking
Yes.
cutscene. Fuck off.
Yes.
But I was able to beat him. But I mean, you just did it for like the leveling up system for the grind. You wanted to be like prepared when you go to Traverse Town or something. I
I
bet
mean,
some.
I did it because I wanted to beat them all once.
I hear that the highest level you could go when playing that part is level 12.
I heard that, and I could be wrong, that you can get to level 99 doing that, and apparently you can get to level 99 by maybe beating Riku 99 times and he doesn't beat you once.
That sounds like a lot of grinding and not falling in the water when trying to dodge because reasons.
Yep. I think there's like a comic about it.
Really?
I am going to go look for it because somebody sent it to me and it was hilarious.
It's been 99 minutes. We've been going about this. Now are you ready to kick my ass or one hit kill? But I believe the thing with Kingdom Hearts is not trying to grind that early. Just get to a certain level where you have enough HP or strength to survive the massacre of your home island or whatever. Like dodging Heartless and that are just emerging in the most awesome way that is never captured again in 2, 3, or any of the other spin-offs. Just a stupid
Yes.
Heartless appearing in the shadow, not even in a portal, just come from the ground as if they're about to do a thriller dance or whatever.
Yes.
And it's like fucking awesome until you have to make your way to the cave where the door is or whatever. But for me, I do like to get like that extra grind in. Like, okay, if I can make it to like what level 4, level 5 or something or whatever, hour 6, I'm good. So I traverse the entire like coast where you are, like from the tree to the boat I go to, just to that grind and dodging and getting my groove on with the fighting. And then then I gotta make my ass to the cave, and that whole sequence with this scary, creepy guy or whatever comes out of play.
Yeah.
And then you gotta battle a giant heartless dude, and Riku's holding out his hand saying, "Come to the darkness, Sora. It's awesome. I get to be totally emo here."
We get to just teleport places is honestly the best power.
Teleportation would be fucking convenient, but then again, Sora doesn't have that ability, nor will he be ever capable of, because teleportation, in my head, depending on who does it, is high level technique or magic that you have to know where you're going to go, or you will wind up in a wall, or you scatter your cells into the winds and you're dead.
Yes.
I mean, Maleficent does it. The organization do it.
Axel does it.
Well, he leaves in a flame. Like, goddamn, like, dude, go back on your high horse. Jesus Christ. Yeah, just teleportation where we have to fly on a stupid ship, which is not that great, mind you. It's just a tiny little ship, unless you, um, you just build it up and everything.
Yes.
And my run of it, like 2 years ago, when I was like streaming it on my Twitch, and Chris and Mike were watching, we happened to name it the Nightwing, and he just said that piece of shit ship took us places or something. And God damn it, Chris! It was a piece of shit, and I have no. No, you were there. I think you were there once, and I have no. I have no. I can't, I'm not good. I'm not a good designer. I have no good articulate skills when it comes to designing a ship. in engineering. I fucking suck at it. I'm a fighter, not a engineer. I have no rhyme or reason for doing things. If I see a big gun, I'm gonna put it on there or whatever, and it's like, God damn it, it's like a piece of crap. God damn it. I don't even know where to put these blocks and everything. I try to make like a shield and it doesn't work, and it's like, oh God, this is so not right. Why can't it be cool looking? And I go online and see all these bunch of assholes. They make these badass shit. I'm thinking, back off. I'm sorry. I am not good at this shit. Leave me alone. And whatever.
Yes, I did make some decent chips.
You're better at that shit than I am. You have more of a mind for it. Your mind works better putting things where they are and everything. I have no mind for it. I just have no patience. I just want to get to point A to point B. I'm more for the development and character growth and where the story goes to come up with decent theories and break that shit down. That's my thing. The ship thing
Yeah,
is
but
not my thing. I really like. It's like Jeff, get out the kitchen. I got this. Okay. Like, okay, I'm gonna get out the kitchen. I'm getting out the kitchen. This is not my shit. I'm good. I'll just be random. I'll just be a minor support character that's just in my room as everything's breaking down and you're taking care of the shit more than me.
yes, I like spaceships.
That you do.
Also, did you get the picture?
Hmm?
Did you get the picture?
Oh, I'm recording, so if I look, I don't want people to see what it is. Oh, I have my phone.
Oh,
One sec. Uh, okay, I see it. Trophy earned. Level master. Now the score is 100-0. When you somehow got to level 100 in Destiny Island. Let us proceed to the next world. This is my ship. You are nothing. He's totally jacked up. I can see it. He's a giant man and everything. Oh God, yeah.
level 100.
I can't believe someone got to level 100. That basically means they owned everything in that game.
Yep. Should
They,
I send you the original comic?
if you want, but that means they one punched all the Heartless in one go with a freaking one-bladed keyblade.
Yep.
And that basically means that he get all the skills unlocked, though, including magic. How did that work?
Yep. Oh, not magic, but things like Ars Arcanum or things that you didn't have to unlock through the story.
I think you'll unlock Strike Raid from the story when you get to Hercules Coliseum with Bright Cloud.
Oh, then I guess no. I guess they didn't get the abilities. They got a bunch of other abilities though.
So he pretty much just got, or he or she got got Combo Plus and Scan. God damn it, that's really, really amazing.
Yep.
I want to play it like that because I like the thrill of being leveled up by various other reasons.
Yeah, progression makes the game fun.
Yes, not just I want to one hit people just because. Get on my level, bro. I'm 100. Come on, Donald Goofy. I'm gonna kick some ass and beat the annoying trick map. Even though being level 100 would mean you can just get rid of what is this Trick Master from Wonderland.
Yep.
That thing is so annoying. That actually killed me a lot of times before I figured it out.
Yes, it is. Yes, it's a very annoying boss.
More than the boss in Tarzan's world. Yeah, it's just so fucking annoying.
But no, for me, the two hardest bosses in that game were like the second freaky second form and guard armor. Actually, took like 3 days.
The one in Traverse Town,
Travel. Yeah.
the reverse one, right?
No.
No. The original one?
Yep.
Hmm. I can
It's
see
probably
that.
because I didn't level up enough,
Pretty
and
much,
because I was
you have to be a certain level sometimes to beat it, even though it's this majority of it relies on luck, more or less.
hmm, yeah.
I'm just paying attention where you can hit or at least when to heal, even though depending. Yeah, it just really depends on all that shit.
I for some reason there were certain RPG like mechanics that just did not click with my brain, like leveling up when I was younger. Also, I remember that I was struggling a lot with the D-Mix fight in Kingdom Hearts 2, and then Anna played, and she's like, "Why don't you have any armor or accessories equipped?" And I'm like, "What?" And she just went to the item shop and bought a bunch of stuff and beat him.
You didn't equip no accessories armor.
It didn't occur to me as a thing to do
Well,
until Anna did it.
well, there is an option to unlock this trophy that you do not change your equipment and just keep everything at base level as you level up.
Cool.
I refuse to do that shit because why on earth would you make a fucking trophy like that and everything?
Yeah.
That's for the hardcore grinder people.
Like there's like hardcore challenges in Kingdom Hearts that involve not leveling up, and I'm just kind of like, why? I
Maybe
don't
they're
get
trying.
that.
I mean, trying to keep it base level for Sora as like trying to experience like just experience like being a keyblade wielder fighting and not gaining no strength. There is an option in Kingdom Hearts 3 to like put this to say zero experience, but only for you, I believe. The other characters will get stronger than you, which is very annoying in my opinion, but whatever.
Hmm. All right. Good point.
Mm. So you could always use him as a shield, and
Yeah.
there's always that option to like have them just be always be around Sora as a barrier, and have Donald cure you or keep a lot of high potions on you or elixirs. Not sure if you watched that video with Inuyasha though, or Maha Yasahime.
I did not. Is that the Inuyasha thing?
Yes, the new Inuyasha thing.
It has a trailer.
It was trending earlier on Twitter.
That sounds like so much information and change.
What? It's just the next generation, dude.
Alright. Okay, should I watch it now?
You don't have to. I can tell you about it if you want.
Sure. I mean, if
It's
I play it now, it'll probably come over my mic, so sure.
Oh, okay. So it's pretty much, I was just explaining. Toa wound up in the future thanks to a demon using connecting with the Tree of Ages, which comes into play surprisingly enough. Um, and it's somehow connecting the past and the future together. Toa goes in there. She meets Sota as an adult or whatever, and he raises her as his own. And he has a little girl later. So Toa is like the adopted older sister to Sota and his family. And 10 years go by, and she's like 14 years old, and she dresses as a boy because she likes boys' clothes. It's more better that way for her to beat up dudes, and it's interesting to watch. And then it just shows like the other characters like Setsuna and Mo Mowaha, Inuyasha's daughter, like fuck around and fight demons. And while Setsuna wears his badass Demon Slayer blue outfit, Momoha is Inuyasha's daughter in terms of personality, brashness, and I think she has middle school syndrome because the way she's all like, when I put on this rouge or whatever, I become Yasahime, the destroyer of countries, or some shit like that, or something. And I'm like, I cannot do that shit. No. She has middle school syndrome. She thinks she's better than she is, but even though she has the ability to back it up because she has her own sword and she has Kagome's spiritual power, it seems. And what is it? Setsuna is very serious. She takes after her dad in that serious, composed way of talking. My name is Setsuna, and I have nothing to say to you. So, and apparently they've all lost their memories of 10 years ago. So probably Setsuna does not believe Atoa is her older twin sister. But who knows? And we actually see glimpses of other characters. We see an adult Kohaku, and we also see, surprisingly, Sango and Miroku's son, and he's wielding Kirai coats and flying Kilala. And it's awesome to see.
Cool.
And it's coming out this October.
All right, cool.
But you should watch the trailer for yourself if it looks like it's interesting. And hopefully it's not going to pull a fucking Boruto shit, because that would just be disappointing, because that show is not great.
All right.
In my opinion.
Never watched it. Never really got past Shippuden. Never watched it. Never really got past Shippuden.
Shippuden is...
There's like... I'm probably going to eventually watch it just because of something that I plan on doing. But there is also something that Dan told me about that makes it seem really shitty. But it's a major spoiler for like the entirety of Naruto.
What is it? What did he say?
Okay, so everyone's cool with the spoiler?
I mean, I know what happens. I'm good. So.
All right. Well, then, spoiler alert. Basically, Naruto was cool because it's about this outcast kid trying to like make his own name and things, and not letting his circumstances stop him. And apparently, halfway through Shippuden, it's revealed that Naruto is the chosen one.
Yes.
Which sort of invalidates everything that's happened so far.
Yes.
That sounds like incredible bullshit.
It is.
That's so disappointing.
Yeah, apparently they really hit hard for a generation to really, really that he was the chosen one all along, and he didn't really earn it. So it's like, fuck. What does that make everyone else?
I mean, he earned it, but like, he earned something totally different, and being the chosen one, it doesn't invalidate it. It just is really stupid.
I can see that, but then again, I'm not really. I am so not fucking attached to Naruto anymore, or at all. And I don't regret ever getting into it, but yeah, it would have spared me any kind of heartache when I think about it in hindsight.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it, but like, even without the thing that Dan told me, I started watching Shippuden on Toonami, and
you tried to before it kind of went off the rails.
Yeah, I very quickly kind of felt things kind of like slipping, and I'm like, I don't know if I like this show anymore.
I mean, they try to do too much.
Yeah, like the second they bring up chakra nature, I'm like, I'm sorry, you've lost me. What?
You can, yeah, I can see that.
Plus, it took like a lot of Googling to eventually like point out that chakra nature isn't actually the ability to use X kind of chakra. It's just like a natural predisposition, and you can pretty much use whatever you want and use it well as long as you practice. And I'm just sort of like, so it's pointless.
It becomes pointless later when it's just nothing but power up. Power up is by the what is it? What are those damn things? Jinchuriki?
Jinchuriki? Yeah.
Those absurd things. Naruto befriends.
Which bugs me because one of the things that I have to... Wait, what?
Oh, no, that I was just going to say that Naruto befriends the damn fox, whose name is Kurama. And I gotta say, every time I try to Google Kurama, I do not mean this damn fox. I mean Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho. That's who I mean. I don't care about this damn fox that devastated a fucking village in Cruel Japan and everything. I could care less.
There's also like at least there's probably a few people in Japan named Kurama. They might find that annoying too.
Yeah, like, hey, Kurama-san, did you destroy a village yet? Shut the fuck up, man. Just shut the fuck up.
Actually, kind of think of it, that's probably not the case at all because like the scenario that I just like described is like going on like fucking Google and then Googling your own name and expecting you to come up and then getting pissed when you don't, which makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, interesting.
Like, who the fuck is this anime character? It's like, what? Did you think it was going to be you? What are you talking about, Travis?
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, that joke made no sense.
But yes, yeah, Shippuden kind of just fell off the rails. Especially killed me with the shipping wars, which people have died on that hill, and it is amazing what the shit that you go through if you oppose any fucking fandom. And this is one of the reasons why I started disliking Toonami, particularly the community itself.
Yeah, I mean,
They were
I
fucking.
wasn't really privy to it over the internet, but
Mm-hmm.
having to interact with the Toonami fan base at conventions was wildly unpleasant.
Yeah, I can see
Um,
that. Oh, where are
One of
you?
them started a physical fight for no reason, and I had to yell at one of them. I didn't have to. I kind of feel bad about it.
Don't feel bad. You stood up for them. That's a good thing. I'm proud of you.
But yeah, I stopped going to those panels. They became wildly uncomfortable,
I can see that. I just,
which is probably one of the reasons I stopped watching Toonami. That and they kept showing shitty shows. And by shitty, I don't mean I personally don't like them. I mean they made me want to die because they were very, very, very depressing.
I can
Talking
see
to Kami Kill.
I can see that, but then again, I'm the opposite. I personally didn't like some of the shows I was watching, and the community just fucked me. Fucked. I was just so done with the community in itself as a whole. Particularly some people who are cool to talk to, I guess in general at times, but get them on a fucking show and they start saying all this shit about, oh, Sakura's so fucking dumb. Oh, Sakura this, Sakura that. Oh, Hinata, she's a baby girl. We love her. They were just.
Actually, to be honest, there were a lot of people talking like that in just the general comments, and it made it not fun to read the
Oh,
comments.
thank you.
So
Okay, good. I'm sorry. And I kind of.
I forgot about how like weird all of the like Twitter stuff got when Toonami really took off
Yeah.
again for the second time. Because like at
Yeah.
first it was like maybe 100 people,
Mm-hmm.
and they were just sort of like saying shit, and usually it was like making jokes, and I'm like, this is fun. Then
It
it became
was
like
at the
1,000
time.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, then became like 1,000 people, and weirdly enough, even though there were like 10 times more people, there was like how do I say this mathematically so it makes actual sense?
Okay. Go
There
for it.
was like 60% less shit said because they all said the same shit over and over again,
Yes.
which was weird.
Yes.
And it like made it hard to dig through the comments looking for something like that you genuinely liked because there was all of this samey like processed stuff that just got spat out over and over again.
Regurgitated nonsense. Yeah.
I also don't want to say that because it makes it sound like other people are just like stupid hive mind people, and I don't want to talk about them like that.
Some people can be. It can be a hive mind, depending, especially when certain shows are involved with characters and then it also kind of burned me because I was a fucking minority praising a character, and actually now that I think about it, this in turn made me an asshole on Twitter for a bit for like 2 to 3 years. I was
I
just
mean,
I was just fucking mad at everything, and I started disliking anime due to what I experienced, and I was just like, being very toxic. Now that I think about it, this is pretty much where it began. Sadly.
I mean, at the same time, it's hard to fault you for that because I also fucked up in the exact same way, but not the exact same way.
Mm.
Basically, your response to it was anger. My response to it was getting depressed and leaving.
I mean, I didn't. Well, to be honest, I didn't notice that you left. I just thought you were just like busy doing something. I guess I could have sworn. I could have at the time. I thought you had a better, interesting life than I
No, I was depressed. I was sad. Your response was angry. My response is sad.
did. Yeah, it was.
So yeah, I mean, no, it was a bunch of bullshit, and it was upsetting, just like straight across upsetting.
Yes.
It's just
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess another reason that I don't want to talk about it and that I'm trying to like avoid it is because like I don't want to think about it because if I think about it, it makes it feel like the time before that was really fun and will never happen again, and that makes me sad.
Well, I mean, I remember I had fun with making nice commentary before the stand people came out of the woodwork and read me the riot act and everything, as it were.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though during my period of being an asshole and being angry at everything on there and shit, I did make a very bad joke about Asuna from Sao, coming in her pants or touching a fucking doorknob or something and everything, and people really hated me for that shit. Because I didn't.
Did I ask what that was about?
Do you want to
Because
know?
all I'm thinking right now is that one bit from fucking what's it called? Code Geass Abridged.
Oh, the oh the oh the oh that that scene. It was nothing like that. I was just being I was just being a dick. Okay. Sao,
Also,
go on.
is it a bad time to bring up a totally unrelated story that you're reminding me of right
Oh,
now?
go for it. Go for it.
It's actually just mostly, um, I don't know if this will be upsetting or should I just go for it?
Go for it.
Okay. I got this book from the comic store because, the comic store guy will pick stuff out that he thinks I'll like. And it was like The Secret Love of Geeks 2 or something. And I didn't like it that much. For some reason, I thought you would, though. So maybe I should send you a link or something.
Okay.
And it was a bunch of people just telling stories about being geeky and stuff. And one of them was, I think, maybe one of the writers for the recent Marvel America book, the America Chavez or whatever.
Yeah.
It's confusing. This is about America, the country. No, the girl who can punch portals.
Yeah, her.
And it was about how she was like a lesbian or something when she was younger.
Yes.
But it was very frowned upon in her family, community, and a bunch of other shit. And her way of dealing with that was to go on AOL Instant Messenger, find fucking chat rooms for lesbians, and be total dicks to them and troll them. And like say terrible things to them. And then eventually somebody was just kind of like, "Do you need help?" And then she talked to them and was like, "I need help." And they're like, "Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry." So you just getting really mad reminds me of that. It's like, why do you hate us? Like, no, I just want to have fun, and you're not letting me do that.
Pretty much. But my joke was it was in bad taste. I mean,
All right.
It was Sao, Asuna, and Kirito or whatever. And I'll say this much. Sao is not for me. I get it. I know the hype. It's alright. I do like the current season going on more or less. It's ending, finally. Yay. So we can put this baby to bed. But Asuna and Kirito go on SAO or something after they got out, and it's like what is it, the second series or third season or whatever, Mothers of Zaria or some shit like that. And apparently they were able to find the house that they made love in during that infamous 2.5 story or whatever. That's very infamous or whatever.
Uh-huh.
They were able to find they were able to find the house that they made love in during an episode of the first season. It was very big for them or whatever.
Like in the real world?
No, in the game world. That's what I mean. Not the real. Fuck no. They're like teenagers still in the fucking real world.
No, did they find the house in the real world of the game?
Yes, they did.
Which one?
It was the one online game that they played. They were stuck in. They found the house they made love in.
But did they find the house in real life?
No, this is all online. They went back online.
Oh, didn't that game delete itself?
Some of the data was able to be converted into that Alphen shit thing, I think.
Oh, so wait, the half of the murder game got turned into the fairy game, and the
Yeah.
sex house got ported into the fairy game?
Yes, I think that's how it worked. I think some of the data was just overlapped.
What a lucky break for them.
I mean, it was the same substance. I think. I think that was the explanation. I forget.
Right.
But Asuna was making a big deal of it. That's the house we were in. Oh my god! Yeah, it is, Asuna. You should open the door. And the show is just dragging this shit out, right? It's like,
Oh my god, is there like a slow motion of her touching the doorknob?
yes!
Making a bunch of weird faces.
Yes, and they are fucking milking the shit. And I just happen to say, and this is me being a dick, mind you. I said, "Oh God, what? It sounds like she's about to come in her pants or something as she touches it and has the biggest orgasm ever, or something like that." Edgelord.
Oh my god, I feel like that wasn't that bad. Well, of course, I'm not the person you should be asking, but I can see how that would take all the fan people who are like, man, I'm really connected to this story, and I'm taking it so seriously, and it's like, man, they're really dragging this out, huh? And they're just like, how dare you even?
Yes, it's exactly like that. Yes, it's exactly.
Oh my god.
So I said, so I tweeted that edgelord joke, and I'll call it a day. I got so much hate from that from fellow Toonami goers. It was amazing. Shit.
Oh man. Actually, at this point, well, now I want to bring up something else, but my brain is trying to say it in like story topping, and I don't want it to be story topping.
I'll go for it. That's fine.
I've had shit like that happen in real life. Although it wasn't like I didn't upset people with my joke. I just go up and I make a joke, and it would bomb hard.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so it happens at conventions that we'll take questions from like the audience now, and I'm like, oh, I have a bit. Like there was a miraculous one, and I made a joke that I stole from Squirrel Girl, just kind of like, how do you guys not know that you're each other? And I've never seen Miraculous at this point. I'm like, how do you guys not know who each other are? You're just wearing a domino mask. And people are like, a domino mask is enough. And I'm like, okay, fine, fuck you.
You said something about a domino mask?
Yeah, how much of that did you get?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just saw your thing on my phone that you sent.
Oh, the Clefairy one?
Yeah.
That's the original.
Nothing's Jack. Fuck.
When you get a Pokemon that's way high level than you were supposed to. Let's go to the next gym. I'm in charge here. You are nothing.
Shit.
This is like the second time we've just like talked about a comic. and are you still recording?
I can stop recording if you want me to.
No, this is the second time we've talked about a comic and a thing that you're going to put online to an audience, and they have no idea what the hell we're on about because they have no visual reference to the comic.
Oh, it's fine. I don't think anyone's going to watch this
anyway. But what was I saying? Oh no, it was just a Miraculous panel. And I made a joke about how they should it should be easy to tell who they are because they're just wearing a domino mask.
Oh,
And
okay.
people were like, a domino mask is good enough. How dare you?
Oh, they got in your ass.
Yeah, although they weren't like mean about it. They were just kind of like, no, studies show that a domino mask is enough. And I'm like, really? I don't know why you know this information, but okay.
Okay.
Also, I just looked at that joke from Squirrel Girl, so
Cool.
it was really fucking funny in Squirrel Girl.
And a
It
bomb
was like
life.
two of the people in there. Yeah, two of the people. Oh wait, should I not spoil it? Oh, screw it. I'm saying it anyways. Well, Squirrel Girl spoilers. Two of the people in their like college dorm were superheroes, and they just had domino masks, and they were just kind of like, "Hello, President 4." It's like, "Hey, Todd." It's like, "What?" Then they're like, "You're just wearing domino masks. I know it's you."
I recognize your body type and your
Yep.
voice.
And the rest of your face is not covered up by that tiny mask.
Sweet.
That's it.
Okay. But yeah, I got so much hate on that, and then I just realized I think I got blacklisted in the Toonami fandom or something. I think in my head, like I did something so atrocious because I attacked the precious Sao. As
It's such a mixed bag.
yes, it is. And then I just eventually became more. I got more angrier and then that shit and the DM with Dan and little shit until eventually I had my catharsis moment of persona. I freed myself from what was really ailing me. I didn't want to be known as this person anymore, and due to other personal reasons, which I won't get into because that was a fucked up year, and I know my other friend, and that was also most of my other friends' fault that I had to delete my old Twitter and everything and shit. I got a new one, and I calmed my ass down. And mostly what you see on my current Twitter is just my random thoughts or retweets, etc., etc., etc. So
Yes.
I am no longer Lewd Senpai or whatever the fuck I was trying to be like last time I remember correctly, or Pepsi Man J, which is still fun by the way.
Yes.
I don't mind if people if you still see me and say if you see me and just say, "Hey, Pepsi Man J," like, "Oh fuck, okay, hey, how's it going?" I don't mind calling out and just say, "Hey, how's it going?" But just call me Jeff. I'm known as Jeff or Jay or Jeffrey now. Please don't call me by my old moniker, Pepsi Man. Damn it, it was annoying. Or whatever.
I am still sad about it and have had no catharsis. How could this happen to me? Okay.
Simple and clean is the way that you're making me feel tonight.
I wonder if there's a mashup of that song.
There probably is, and I will end on that. Goodbye, everyone.